How do narcissists interact with their children? In a variety of ways. First, they interact with rage, overreactivity, and temper tantrums when their children do not automatically comply or their children question their narcissistic parents' authority. They interact with intimidation and threats. They habitually bully, threaten to dissolve the relationship, suspend visitation, isolate and take away all communication access, or harm or take away pets if there is not complete submission to their demands. By projecting their shortcomings onto their children and then scolding them for having those shortcomings. They interact with shaming, hurtful sarcasm, chronic criticism, or subtle put-downs that purpose to make their children feel inadequate so that they strive to please and become what the narcissistic parent desires them to be. Through guilt tripping and persuading their children to make decisions out of obligation or guilt. They treat their children with a lack of empathy, chronic indifference, or neglect, wherein they are emotionally unresponsive to their children's emotional, social, spiritual, relational, and or physical needs. This could also present itself through refusing to take their children to important events such as church, sports practices, or friends' birthday parties because they don't want to be inconvenienced. By bribing or buying their children's fondness with gifts, offering their children permissions that contradict with their other parents' values, or lavishing their children with unearned or age-inappropriate experiences. Through enmeshment, which is getting their own emotional or identity needs met through the parent-child relationship or the child's other relationships. By parentifying. Parentifying is a role reversal that requires a child, usually the oldest or an opposite sex child, to take on adult responsibilities wherein the child is responsible for the parent's emotional and or physical needs or the caretaking of younger siblings, so the narcissistic parent can remain irresponsible or addicted. Through passive parenting, in which the children decide the house rules and live without structure and consequences, which makes the children unable to function in structured environments where there are rules and consequences for behavior choices. Whether a parent engages in several of these or just a few, their children are being manipulated and abused. Helping children who are suffering emotional abuse can be confusing and full of complexities. Detailed information on how to help children who are being emotionally manipulated and abused by their narcissistic parent can be found in my book, Don't Let Their Crazy Make Your Kids Crazy: How to Shield Your Children from Their Narcissistic Parents' Control and Manipulation. There is hope and help out there.